Hello guys, and welcome to the second episode of this series. In the first episode, the story continues after the concert when Duke went home. To know the events prior to episode 1, you can watch the Netflix anime, which has 8 episodes. If you don't like the playback speed, you can adjust it from the video settings. Zack enters the store and asks Young to stop. Young asks him who is he, to which Yui replies that Zack is in her class. Zack is wondering, why is Daniel being picked on again, and does he gets beaten up all the time? Zack tells Young that he doesn't knows the situation but he can't let him beat Daniel, because he owes him something and he wants Young to empathize with Daniel. Daniel is touched watching all this and bursts into tears. Young approaches Zack and tells him that he's very arrogant and kids these days have no respect. He asks Zack has he never heard of Young Lee from John High. Zack recognizes the wallet and immediately pokes Yui about it. He asked Yui that he had a boyfriend all along, and she still tried to gift that wallet to Daniel. Yui panicked hearing this and said that it's nonsense and tells Young that they should leave. Young tells Yui to be quiet and asks Zack to tell him more. Zack tells him there's a pretty boy in their class and Yui likes him. She also brings him gifts. Those pants were also a gift, but Daniel refused to accept them. Yui says that these are all lies and he's telling them because he likes her. After hearing all this, Young trembles in rage. Yui tries to give an explanation, but without hearing a single word he punches her in the face. Both Daniel and Zack are shocked watching this. He punched her so hard that it broke her nose. He immediately starts kicking her and says that how many times has this happened, she's been cheating again and again. Daniel is watching all this and wants to stop it. Zack tells Young that, this is not the way you treat a girl, and both of them are trash. Young is pissed hearing this and wants to fight Zack. He tells Yui to wait, and calls Zack to fight him. Daniel is freaking out watching all this and wants to call the cops. The scene shifts to Yui's stream, where Gangnam landlord is donating a lot. Zoe thinks he's rich and she needs him to surpass Yui. She's trying to please him. Gangnam landlord is that same suspicious guy from convenience store before. He believes that Zoe likes him. He tells us he has only $60 left and he doesn't have enough balloons to give. He'll use his savings to buy more balloons. He thinks Zoe is waiting for her and she's different from Yui. He also gave her many balloons and waited outside her house, but she was always with her boyfriend. He tells us that society and his parents are responsible for his condition. His disabled father is hungry and peed himself. Baby elephant Dumbo was giving a lot of balloons to Zoe. This made Gangnam insecure and he ends up using all his savings to give her 2,000 balloons. He thinks that Zoe wants to marry her. He needs to come up with the money, so he decided to use his dad's pension as well. He thinks that if they get married all the money will be his. The scene again shifts to the convenience store where Young is ready to fight Zack. He asks Zack to come towards him and he won't hit him. Suddenly he launches a punch but Zack blocked it with just one hand, and he didn't even flinched. He tries again and Zack dodges it by his head movement. Zack asks Yui is she close with Mira, to which she replies no. Zack said a man who hits a woman is not a man. Young charges towards him and asks does he knows who Young is. Zack punches him in the face and tells him no, he has no idea who Young was. Zack asks him does getting a hit like that hurts. Young rushes towards Zack and gets overwhelmed by his speed. One after the other Zack lands multiple jabs. Daniel is shocked, watching his speed and wonders how was he able to dodge that. Zack changes his stance and launches a hook which sends Young flying. Young is on the ground while Zack tells him he should never hit a girl. You don't hit a flower even with a girl. Both Yui and Daniel tells him that he is saying it backwards. Zack turns around and asks Yui to be quiet, and tells Daniel that now he doesn't owe him anything. Vasco was doing his workout but gets interrupted by an itchy ear.